Hello, I'm Karen Elgersma at the Sidney Museum at the doll exhibit that is bigger and better than ever. And you're watching Go on ShawTV. Hey, you want to go for a walk? On today's show, we meet a woman who's a cancer researcher by day and a dragon boat coach by night. And we head to Easter Seals Camp at Shawnigan Lake to meet a very special camper. All that and much more on Go. Thank you so much for joining us on Go, and I want to say thank you to James Green for hosting the show while I was away traveling throughout Holland, biking throughout the trails and the canals. I had such a wonderful time, but I am so glad to be home, and I'm right in my home, Sidney by the Sea, at the beautiful doll exhibit that's happening right here at the Sidney Museum. Tell us a little bit about what people can experience when they come to the Sidney Museum.
So you're going to see 25 local doll makers and collectors displaying their collections and their specially made dolls. It's really quite a unique experience you won't get anywhere else.
Tell us about what's behind us here.
Sure. These two Haida and Nucha Nulith figures are composed of a couple different elements. They have a body which was made by the doll maker, and then all the accessories and clothing were made by First Nations artists.
We're going to continue to wander around the museum and check out the doll exhibit, but first, she is a cancer researcher by day and a dragon boat coach by night. How do these two different careers benefit each other? Kevin Chirac with that story. Check out this year's Dragon Boat Festival in Victoria's beautiful Inner Harbor. It is August 14th, 15th, and 16th. Go to their website, get all the details. It is such a sight to behold. Now, we are here in beautiful Sidney by the Sea at the Sidney Museum. The doll exhibit is on right now. Behind me is the Chinese opera dolls of the 1800s. This is just an exquisite collection of dolls. If you lean in and look carefully, it just blows you away. The costumes, all the detail. We are now going to head to Shawnigan Lake, where Lisa Passemi meets a young woman who has not only faced huge adversities, but now she's helping others. I'm sure I could open this case up. I just want to get in there and play with these Barbies. We're here at the Sidney Museum. The doll exhibit is here. It is such a great exhibit. But this is my favorite. I'm telling you, I loved Barbies when I was a little girl, and this collection is so nostalgic for me, but I really want to get in there and play with them. We have to take a very short break, but please stay with us. When we come back, we're going to give you all the highlights of this year's Sunfest. Welcome back to Go. We're in Sidney at the Sidney Museum. It is a doll's life here right now. I was just trying to break into the Barbie case. That Barbie exhibit down the hall is unbelievable. There's an incredible collector behind that case, isn't there?
There is. Actually, a local collector named Debbie Peterson, who has a fantastic collection of vintage Barbie, about 4,000 dolls, about 10,000 Barbie artifacts, and yeah, just a fantastic collection.
There is handmade dolls that just are blowing me away. I've never seen anything like it. Tell us about that.
Well, that display actually has been made by the Cloth Dollics. They're a local cloth and fabric doll making group, and we have a number of displays here that include handmade dolls as well as handmade clothing.
Wow.
And maybe one of the most spectacular is by a woman named Pauline Lingard, whose company is called Boutique Window, and she does handmade clothing for fashion dolls.
What is it about dolls that captures our imagination in such a way?
I think it's a number of things. I mean, I think it's partly people have nostalgia. It kind of reminds you of when you were young and carefree and you could play. I think it's also sort of that fascination of the miniature. And so I know for a lot of doll collectors, the more realistic the dolls, the better.
Now we are going to head out to Duncan. If you didn't make it to Sunfest this year, no worries, because we did, and we're going to give you all the highlights. You know that ride at Disneyland? It's a small world after all. Well, you get to see dolls from all over the world. Well, if you come to the Sidney Museum, you can have the same experience without the annoying song playing over and over again. Because not only are there dolls from all over the world, but you have some fun with this display right here, showing dolls truly representing different countries. Tell us about this.
Well, this display belongs to the museum. It's part of the museum's collection, but it was donated by a single person.
Wow.
Who basically traveled with her family in the mid-60s into the early 70s and collected most of these dolls then.
The exhibit's on throughout the whole month of August.
They are until August 30th.
And it's by donation, so come to beautiful Sydney by the Sea. There's the market on Thursday night, a free concert every Sunday afternoon in the park, art exhibit at the Mary Winsper Center. So much going on here. Come and enjoy this beautiful little community. We will see you next time on Go.
Women's clothing provided by Tulip Noir, casual designer fashions. Men's wardrobe by DG Bremner & Co. Menswear and accessories. Hair services provided by Salon J.